Welcome back to the channel. Elliott Productions here, and it is time for part 6 of our 8-part series, opening up the 24-25 SP Authentic Hockey hobby boxes. I bought an 8-box case inner out of the 16-box actual case, and we're doing an 8-part series, 1 hobby box per part, and now it's time for part 6. If you guys missed the last part or missed any of the previous ones, if this is your first one watching, be sure to go check out in the description a link to the playlist to view all the previous parts. And well, of course, with part 5, we'll give kind of a little recap on the hits that we've had here right now. So if you guys haven't seen that and want to go check that out, be sure to go check it out. If not, here is the spoiler. So in part 5, we pulled a pageantry Jesper Wallstedt, a Spectrum Effects Alex Ovechkin, a Spectrum Effects Level 1 Future Watch Sebastian Cossa, a limited Future Watch Matvei Michkov. This was our first Matvei Michkov hit. Hopefully a nice big auto of his to be found. And then we got a Logan Below on the blue limited, 198 out of 399. And then we also got 90210 out of 999 Logan Below auto on the future watch. So nice little double hit for him from our box number 5. And then we also got our second pageantry auto, this time Philip Hronik. Our first one was Devontae's in the very first part. But now it is time for a box number 6 that you guys can see right here on screen. Very excited to rip into this one. I'm hoping we still have some big autos to be found. But let's go ahead and cut into this one. Part number 6. Here we go. Box number 6. It is time. It is time. We're still hunting for a Celebrini, a Hudson, a Michkov, a Will Smith. Of course, you guys can already see in the background, we hit the Cutter Gauthier on the Future Watch patch auto, which was absolutely massive that our 8-box case inner had that. And hopefully there might still be another one to be found. But box number 6 here, cut and ready to go. Let's go ahead and fold everything back here and get our 10 packs out. As you guys know, 10 packs per box, 9 cards per pack. So there we go, getting all set up here. We'll slide this box right here in the background. And we have our packs, and let's start off with, let's go with the right side. Let's go with the right side first here in box number 6. Hoping for some big autos. Looking still for Celebrini. Obviously, we've kind of filled the background with a lot of Celebrini noise. We got my PSA 10. We got a couple of these boxes laying out here. We're looking, obviously, for them. We start off with the Roman Josi on the base, Ovechkin base, Korchinski base. Behind that, it's going to be a freshman focus, Zach Dean. I believe that's the first one of him that we got. Pageantry, Pavel Mitnikov. Not bad there. And then we get a red limited Future Watch for Joel Blomqvist, which, funnily enough, what was that, the first episode or second episode? I said, oh, we got a Bruins auto, Penguins. I was absolutely mental, but nonetheless, Joel Blomqvist makes a return there on the red limited Future Watch, Protas, Moore, and Ersson for the base there. Pack number 2 here, going on the left side. Looking for that first auto, and hopefully it is a big one. Hoping it's a big one. We've got some decent autos so far, but obviously when it comes to our Future Watch players, we want to hit some of the big rookies. We get Sid the Kid here, Wyatt Johnson, Braden Shin. Behind that, freshman focus, it is a, was it refi? Behind this, I haven't seen this yet. Holofoils Cale Makar. I have not seen this yet at all. First one of these from our case inner. That's actually really sick. Holofoils Cale Makar. Very nice card there. We definitely need to sleeve that one up for sure. And then we get a limited William Eklund on the red. And then as far as the last base, for anyone interested there, definitely going to sleeve. I'll probably top load this too. This is the first one I'm seeing of this. I don't know how common this is as far as, to the hobby, like one singular hobby box itself, or maybe to the full, 8 case inner or the 16, full case. But kind of a nice little hit there. Holofoils Cale Makar. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. I guess technically our first big hit so far, and actually I'm going to sleeve up to that Joel Blomqvist as well. I've been trying to sleeve up those red limiteds. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, pack number 3 here, moving right along. Nice, again, cool holofoil Cale Makar. Definitely a nice card for sure. As we get Pelletier, Bedard, and Swayman on the base. Behind that is collaborations, Kreider and Zibanejad. We got a pageantry, Matt Boldy, and behind that it's going to be a red limited Andre Vasilevsky and 3 more base. Pack number 4 here, nearing that halfway mark of this pack opening. Let's be a little stubborn on me up here at the top. There we go. Get that nice and open. Still hunting for that first auto. Hopefully it's a big name. Sorokin, Tavares, and McDavid on the front base. And then we have a Spectrum Effects, Kyle Connor. Kyle Connor. First one there for him. Behind that is going to be collaborations Crosby and Malkin. I believe Crosby's got that signed card with Lemieux in this. That would be a crazy pull to get. And then behind that, red limited. Ooh, how about this? I love his name, Luca Del Bel Beluz. I absolutely love his name. Fantastic name there we get on the red limited. Hughes, Barkov making a return, and Hayes for the ending base. But a Del Bel Beluz, definitely a nice one to get there on the red limited. Pack number 5 here, and this will leave us with 5 left to go. So we're at our halfway mark now, and we're hoping, of course, for some big autos. Hoping for some big autos. Come on. We get Pasta here. Darlene. Toronto. Here we go. Ooh, that's a nice one on the Spectrum Effects. Level 3 this time. I was kind of surprised that Kosa was just a level 1. But Cutter Gauthier on the Future Watch Spectrum Effects. Beautiful card there. Nice to pair up to with, of course, the patch auto that we pulled in one of our previous episodes. Beautiful card there. Slowly hitting some more Cutter Gauthier. He's kind of been our biggest hit so far, obviously, with that patch auto. And now my little chance sign is not wanting to stay where it was. Probably should have just left all that how I had it, but oh well. Wanted to kind of show that. We get Lilberg behind there and a limited kill McCarr. Still hunting though for that first auto with 5 packs to go. So we'll have to see if it comes through anytime soon. And goodness, if we hit another Future Watch patch auto, that would just be insane. It's not going to be in this pack though. It's Kucherov, Bjorkstrand, Draisaitl. Behind that, freshman focused Ethan Del Mastro, Pageantry, Wyatt Johnson. Okay. And behind that is going to be Zach Dean on the red limited Future Watch, and then Fleury, Demko, and Vazzy. Literally 3 goalies to round out the base. That's actually quite funny. 4 packs remain. Still no auto yet, but I think one of them is going to come right here. I don't know. I'm feeling it. One's going to come right here. We start off with another goalie, Montembeau, Marchand the Rat, Clayton Keller. Oh, it might be. And it is a Future Watch of Nikolai Kovalenko here. 193 out of 599 on the horizontal. That is kind of a chunky auto. I mean, that's just like a thick line of squiggles. But nonetheless, we do hit our first auto. And behind that is going to be a Braden Point Maximum Performers. And what's the last card? Oh, I like the last card. Actually, a bit more than the auto, just being a Vegas Golden Knights fan. But Lucas Cormier on the red limited Future Watch. Nice to hit that too. First time hitting that. But let's go ahead and sleeve and top load Nikolai Kovalenko's Future Watch horizontal auto out of 599. A nice hit there for sure. We got a limited, I think it was the green for him, which was out of like 199. So this will be a nice pairing to go with it. Our first auto so far. And then, of course, like I said, Lucas Cormier, like this card for sure, at least for me, for my PC, keeping all my Vegas. So love that for sure. Down to our last 3 packs here. Of course, we just hit our first auto. So on average, it's 2 autos in these, but hopefully we see another 3 auto box. We've gotten lucky with that a couple times so far. It would be amazing to hit that and keep that going for definitely these last 3 boxes here, these last 3 parts. So McTavish, Nico Hischier, Connor Hellebuck. Is this going to be an auto? No, it's just Maximum Performers. Matthew Barzal behind that, Keandre Miller on the pageantry, and then a limited Shane Wright, and then Shane Wright again with a couple extra base. Final 2 packs here. We're going to save the one on the right for last. We started with the right. We'll save the right for last as well. We'll go with the left one here. Still searching for that second auto, and hopefully it's going to be back-to-back packs here. Getting 3 autos to finish off this one would be really sweet. We get a Shesterkin here, get that kind of back in focus. A Panarin, starting with the Rangers. Nick Schmaltz behind that. Oh, this is our first one of these. This is our first one of these. I want to slow reveal that one if I can. Let's go from the back here. Let's remove the base here. Oh my goodness. Okay, limited Tage Thompson. I like that, being from Arizona myself. Freshman Focus, Klapka. First one of those that we've seen on the Freshman Focus in just, I think, any card. But this could potentially be a pretty sweet auto here. We'll reveal it from the top down. Mason McTavish on the limited. Ooh, did it like bleed onto the other card by chance? I'm looking at the back of Schmaltz. No, I think it's just a shoddy kind of marker there for the auto with a couple marks. But the limited Mason McTavish, that's a nice card. That is a nice card. I love that he's wearing, you know, kind of that Mighty Ducks jersey. That's very nice there. And we'll definitely sleeve this one up here nice and gentle. Put it into a beautiful top loader. Kind of a simple little squiggle, but I like the 2-3 addition to it. Very nice though. Our first one of these like sort of like blacked out limiteds. Yeah, we haven't hit one of those in this entire enter yet. So a nice auto to get there for sure. For the second auto, Mason McTavish. And of course, now we are down to our last pack, hoping that we might find one more auto in here. Let's see if by chance we can finish it off on a back-to-back. That would be enormous. That would be enormous. I see Jack Eichel on the back here. I definitely love that. Vegas is always a good sign for me. Can we see one more auto by chance? That would be huge. Brock Nelson, Devontae's. We get a freshman focus. And no, just Montebo on the pageantry. No auto. And Landon Sargent on the red limited future watch. And then some base to round it off. Hey, I can't complain. I definitely can't complain. That is nice to hit that, you know, first sort of that blacked out limited limited auto. That is definitely a beautiful card. But let's go ahead, clear out everything, and get a little recap of what we pulled here in part number 6. So here in part 6, we walked away with a little bit of a smaller haul than we have in previous ones. We got a nice little haul of foils. Our first one of these that we've seen, Cale Makar on it. Definitely a cool little design there and everything like that. I love kind of that that like deep like red, almost like purple like background for it. And then we got Spectrum Effects Kyle Connor and a very nice Spectrum Effects Future Watch level 3 of Cutter Gauthier. Nice card to pair up, of course, with the Future Watch patch auto we got. And then speaking of the Ducks, Mason McTavish came out of here, our first black limited Spectrum. I almost call it Spectrum Effects, and I almost call it Future Watch. It's just a limited auto, excuse me. But Mason McTavish there, and then our Future Watch out of $5.99, Nikolai Kovalenko to round it off. So again, lighter haul from our 6 box here, but hoping that means that one of our last 2 boxes, or both of our last 2 boxes, have some absolute bangers. So thank you all so much for watching this one. I'll see you all in part 7 here real soon.